everybody, welcome to the home workout series for 915 Sports, and I'm Coach Mark and this is Coach Jamie, and we're going to talk about the workout that's described below. Make sure you guys understand what it is, that way you can perform it safely and efficiently. Remember, these home workouts are great to take anywhere you go travel, or if you're thinking about coming to the gym and maybe wanting to get some work beforehand, these are great workouts to do. Alright, so for anybody just looking to get good workouts in. So here we go. So we're going to talk about squat clean thrusters today. This is a little bit of a technical movement, but it's definitely it's easier than you think to learn. And then the workout also has running involved. So first thing you're going to do is you're trying to find about a 200-meter track. Usually that's about half a block or so. So pick a 200-meter. It doesn't have to be exact. It's something that's going to take you about 30 seconds. Well, that's pretty fast, 200 meter. Anywhere from about 45 seconds to a minute to run. So wherever that is, it doesn't have to be exact. We're just looking for about 45 to 1 minute to run the 200 meters. Okay? If worse comes to worse, or you're inside, it's cold outside, and you want to do a maybe suicide runs, that would also be perfect. So you'll run to a wall and back, run to a wall and back for about 45 seconds, and then move into the squat clean thrusters. So let's talk about the squat clean thrusters. Squat clean thrusters are kind of a combination between three movements. The first is a deadlift, the second is a squat, and the third is a press above your head. So we've talked about thrusters before in previous videos, but now we're going to move the thruster from the bottom of the floor into the thruster for every rep, all right? So the first things first is that we're going to talk about is a squat. We have to be able to squat first in order to press above our head, all right? So let's talk about the squat. Remember, the squat is always feet. If you drew a line from the end of the shoulder to the bottom, her inside of her feet, so she probably should be just slightly wider. The inside of her ankle is about where her shoulder is, okay? That's where you want to talk about. Nice active core, so she's squeezing her core, almost like it's almost going to punch her in the stomach. And then also squeeze in the back, all right? So your lat muscles. So you're kind of pinching maybe a pencil in between your lats in the back, or your scaps. So, all right. Let's talk about the squat. We're going to stay nice and active, send the butt down and back, making sure the knees don't go over the toes, and that the knees are also tracking over the ankles. So that means they're not inside here, they're outside towards your ankles. So if you have to, think about really pushing your knees out and or twisting your feet to the ground. Those are two things that can help with that. And stand up. Remember, as always, we want to go for as low as we can with as good position as we can. So if your chest starts to come forward in the squat, about a half a squat, you want to stop in that position, try to force it more of a good position further down, and then come right back up. So if you're going down and you feel like you're starting to kind of roll over too much, then stop right there, come back up, try to force, and then maybe in the next rep a little bit lower, okay? Okay, let's talk about how we use it, how we use a dumbbell in this movement. So the first things first is deadlift. So we're going to have to get in a good position to be able to pick the dumbbell up from the ground. We're going to stay in our squat stance, and Jamie is all she's going to do, and let's show them from the profile view. All she's going to do is bend over from the hips, like she's taking a bow almost, and then the knees bend to pick up the dumbbell, all right? So stand back up. So what we don't want to do is bend the knees first and then kind of come over. Good. So we're going to bend over, knees go down to pick up the dumbbell. You'll notice because she does that, her back stays nice and flat, and she's not rounded from the top of the back as she picks it up. Cool? All right, and that position is how we pick up the dumbbell. So she's going to go up and pick up the dumbbell in that position. She's going to grab both handles from the ends. Good. And then from that position, what she's going to do is stand up with the dumbbell, and then she's going to bring her elbows nice and wide so the dumbbell stays as close to her as possible. So this is important so that the dumbbell, it's not a curl where we're curling it away from us. Not like that. What we're trying to do is keep the dumbbell as close as we can. Then she's just going to put her elbows underneath the dumbbell. So it comes from here, she's putting her elbows on the dumbbell, and then she squats. Good squat position, and presses overhead. Good. All right? And she's going to back down, come up, and good. Let's do that one a little bit slower. So we're going to go back down to a deadlift position, come up, stand up, pull the elbows up towards you, and then underneath and squat and press. Try that again. Back down. Elbows stand up. Elbows come up. Put the elbows underneath it. And squat down and press. Cool. So that is a squat clean dumbbell press. A little bit technical, but if you guys have been doing this or this, you want to challenge yourself, it's a great movement to continue to do. All right, so we're going to pretend like we're doing the workouts. The one thing I do want to say is if you do have 2 dumbbells and you want to make this workout a little bit harder, you can put 2 dumbbells in your hand and do the same thing. Squat, press. Last thing you can do if you want to make it a little challenging and you don't have 2 dumbbells is do a one-handed squat clean thruster. So she's going to one hand, come up, and press. This really starts to work the core a lot more because you're a little bit uneven. So you can also scale up if you want a little bit more challenge, or if you have a light dumbbell and maybe it's too light and you want a little bit more work, okay? So we're going to pretend she's about to do the workout just for a sample. You guys can see what it looks like in a really short version of it. And she's going to start off, and the workout is an 18-minute AMRAP, which stands for as many rounds as possible. So that means you're going to do as many reps as possible in 18 minutes. Rest as needed. So in 18 minutes, 3, 2, 1, go. The clock starts. She runs her 200 meters. She comes back. It's about a 45-second run. Grabs the dumbbell, comes up and cleans it and presses it. Good. If you can't go all the way down in a deadlift, stop a little bit short. Just make sure that your elbows come up. Nice and slowly, slow it down a little bit. Up. Good. Slow it down even more. Up, just elbows come up. There you go. So you can see it. Once you get good at it, you can start to look a little bit more smoother and go a little bit quicker. And then she's done with the 20. Now she runs again. The clock has not hit 18 minutes yet. Comes back, starts another round of the 20. Maybe your goal is to get about 4 rounds in here, 4 or 5 rounds, until the 18 minutes are up. And that is our workout for today. We'll see you guys at the gym.